Hi everyone. It is Monday afternoon. And it is chilly here. What is it? It was like in the 30s this morning. It's only 48. That must be our high today too. Yep. It is cold. And not fun. Sapphire Becca says, same, it dropped after the storm. Yeah, we had a lot of rain yesterday. I think we got like 5 inches of rain. Tornado warning. It was a whole thing yesterday. I need to get more comfortable. That's better. We're going to be working on the avocado and kiwi today because it's really the only things left. And I did a really good underlayer of the avocado, which is kind of hard to see, I think, on camera. Does this help or does this give it a worse glare? That just makes it glare. Anyway, it has a really good underlayer. And it just needs all of like the little bumps and the highlights. And I was laying in bed last night and I was struggling to sleep. And I was like, how can I do that? And I thought about the problem, and I didn't try to, but I figured out the problem. Come back. You weren't supposed to fall down. Sapphire Becca says, mood. Yeah. I couldn't get comfortable. Yesterday was Sharp Day 2, so I have a 3rd lobe piercing now, and I could not lay on the pillow normally yesterday, so that was difficult. So that was why I didn't sleep last night. Yeah, we had Sharp Day 2 yesterday. Yeah, so I'm going to work on that in a second. I have an 8-month resub from Furious Kitty, 8 months from Missing No Leader, and 9 months from Penguin Dog. Thank you all. Oh my gosh. I need to go click over here instead of accidentally hitting a different button. That's better. When are you going to do Inky Sharp Day? I was just talking about that with Haley. Because I finally found a tattoo idea I actually like, and that would be meaningful, because I've struggled with that for years. Because I know a lot of people who have tattoos, and I'm like, I don't know what I would really like enough. And the problem I have is the idea I like will not age well. Because, like, ink spreads and doesn't look great in time. So, I don't know. It's a thought I have. Maybe someday. I have to think long and hard about that. Yamadorgon says, I have a cat in my lap suddenly. That was me this morning with Kepler. Steven was asleep. I was at my desk. Kepler wanted to be on a lap. I was the only lap available, but he could not accurately place himself in a way he was happy, so he just kept being a pain. Alright, so this avocado, all my lights are coming from this way. So the avocado highlight is going to be kind of here. He couldn't loaf properly, not on my lap. And then maybe a little bit here. I think that's kind of what I want to do. So I'm going to do a similar highlight to this where it's kind of waxy. And then it's just going to get a bunch of the little bumps. And some of them will have highlights, like so, and then some of them are going to get shadows. And some are going to get both. And that's how we're going to do that. So I'm trying to determine if I want to do... I can't remember how I did it for the pomegranate, so I love that for myself. If I used zinc or titanium and then used glazing liquid with the titanium, I can't remember. So we're going to do a little testing before I actually put it down there. So on my sketchbook, I have titanium white mixed with glazing liquid. And I don't think I have enough in here, but that's fine. Yeah, that's just pure glazing liquid. And then we're going to try it with zinc. Opener. Slick Duke says, I thought the avocado was going to be a pear. That was something we sort of talked about, but I think it was determined that it wasn't tropical enough. Because, like, I had an uncle who grew pears in Wisconsin. So avocados felt more tropical. So that's what I decided to go with. What brush was I just using, and where did it go? Okay, so these look basically the same between zinc white and titanium with glazing liquid. So that doesn't matter. So I have my little highlight zones that I've drawn in, and I'm just going to fill them in with this. And then just kind of blend it outwards. That's gonna need a few layers. That's fine. All right, so now we get to do all of the texture for the avocado. And I'm going to move the zinc white closer so that I do not have to reach as far every time I have to do another one of these bumps. So for these bumps, some of them where the highlight sits, you're seeing them a bit more directly on. So I'm just going to use the zinc white and kind of tap that there, like tap it in with just little dots essentially. And then as we get towards the edges and in the other areas, it's going to change. And these are not all uniform on purpose. And I'm using a brush I shouldn't be using because I'm using a flat brush. What I really need is a filbert. And I have a filbert here, but it's way bigger than I want it to be. Because what's happening with this flat brush is when I touch it down to everything else. Do I have a big flat? It's basically this, but smaller. So it's very square. I need something rounder, but not a round. Filbert, filbert. You're not, but you might function well enough for one. These are all rounds. We'll use it. So what's happening when I was using the flat is I was getting dashes. That's not what I was wanting. And I don't want these to be bright white. I want them to kind of be like this ghosty color I have here. So if I tap it with my finger on top of it after I paint it, it kind of smears it a little bit and makes it less bright. And I have a suspicion, this brush is too hard, that I'm gonna have to add more highlight in time. also trying to determine if I actually like how this looks or not, and I'm pretty torn on that. Yamadorgon says, what's left of the painting after the fruit is done? More background details? The shadow on the ground, for sure, like down in here. And then I'll decide what I want to do after that. Because I haven't quite decided yet. Oh, this looks way better. So I took some of the green here and mixed it in with the zinc. And I'm just kind of dry brushing it a little bit on top of the surface of the avocado. That looks way better than whatever I had been doing. Yeah, those white dots look terrible. We'll cover them up with these greenish dots. That helps a ton, oh my gosh. Welcome, Haley. Haley92 says, good evening. I'm glad to finally catch a Mal stream live from Europe. I know there's earlier streams a few days ago, but I was at work. Well, welcome. Glad you could make it today. We're painting an avocado and probably some kiwi. Helps so much. Like, this color, titanium white was not a great idea. I think I need to do a little lighter of this. Now I think I need to do the same thing, but kind of in reverse. So we're going to take a darker color and some of the glazing liquid. Hi, Steven.
Hi now.
How are you?
I'm doing alright. Oh my goodness.
What do you think of the avocado? You want to do a
It's getting
fake punch-in for me?
It's getting some texture.
It is getting some texture.
I punched in the most that I can do. I can't go further left. So would you look at that?
Yeah, it's an avocado. So I'm doing these little like dark spots right here.
Yeah.
To make it have that pebbly texture.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna go take Kaylee to her appointment.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay.
Bye, chat!
Similar to us, they only have one car. So Haley needs to be taken to her appointment. Waiting for the garage door. Ooh, it's gonna be a few minutes. Because he has to put shoes on and a coat because it is chilly here. But yes, you will definitely hear the garage door shortly. So I'm liking the avocado. I do, however, feel like the highlight I did with the titanium, not titanium, with the zinc white is a little much. So what I think I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna let that dry and leave it alone for a little bit so that all of my texture from the avocado can dry and not make me sad when I mess it up. Some of these spots though where I added the dark color are just a little too big, so I'm just bringing in a few more dots to kind of tone them down a little bit more. Yeah, I don't like the white here and the white here, so we'll get back to that. In the meantime, there is kiwi to paint. Hi Noah, how's paint? Noah says, paint is good. I gotta fix something on the avocado, but it needs to dry. So we will come back to that in a bit. So I'm switching palettes to kiwi color. So the other day I painted this kiwi, and I kind of just blocked it in some solid colors. And I did like a darker green, you can kind of see it around the core, and then I did it on the very edge, and I just don't think it's dark enough. So I'm gonna mix up an even darker color. And I'm trying to remember exactly what I did to this, because I know it's just not yellow and blue. But the other cool thing is if I use a darker green, like this one, I can just add glazing liquid to it and make it transparent. And use it to kind of darken everything. And that's what I think I want to do. Oh man, last night, Steven was like going to bed and the lights were out. Well, his light was out. And he said, it just occurred to me, the song when you enter the painting in Mario 64 is the Mario song. And I was like, the ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba, and he's like, yeah. Wow. And I was like, you should just tweet that by itself, including the wow part. And I think he fell asleep shortly after that. So this is a glaze. You can see it's just kind of darkening up the green. There's the garage. That helps a lot. And the cool thing is I can let that dry a little bit, and I can do another layer to darken it if I want. That really brought a lot to this, is to make that green darker. If I do a green wash over this, that might help tone down the parts I don't like. That helps. I'll probably need to do another one. So, kiwi is very wet, so I think we'll work on the skin of it. Where'd all my plastic go? Found it. Because I mixed up the darker color, I gotta save that because I will want that. Now we're gonna switch to the brown palette, because this is the green palette. So these are all the colors I was using on the coconut. Ooh, there's a glare. There we go. And they're very similar, except they don't have some of this like tan color. They're more orange. So there's a lot more burnt sienna in this. That even helps a lot, just on its own. I'm quite happy with how that looks. All my burnt orange are, yeah. It's been a handful of days since I painted that coconut, and all of these browns are quite dry. There's not much to most of them. Some of them are gone entirely. And I know I'm gonna have to do some more work on this, like especially around the outside of the kiwi. But I need something to do while things are drying. So adding some basic value to the kiwi skin is going to be it. And some of this was quite transparent to begin with. Like I can see this tan right here. All right, time to check if anything is dry. This is still a little tacky, but I think I can get away with putting another layer down. Yeah, that looks way better than the this ink white does. That helped immensely. Like, I feel like I can live with that, and before I was like, ugh, I messed it up. Okay, my mind kept telling me the song was Persona related. Surprised to see it's a Splatoon remix. When you said that, I was like, this does sound like Persona, but I don't know any of the Splatoon music, so that's not a surprise to me. I had taken a break from playing Persona, which was probably good. And I went back to it, and now I'm still in the last bit of it in January for Royal. Ember Laura says, I'm so excited to hear your thoughts on Endgame. I'm excited to see what happens. Alright. Leave avocado alone, because I think it's pretty good. Kiwi is drier, so we can go back to kiwi. What I need to do is I probably should just clear off some space, and that lets me keep both these palettes up here. Because I really don't need these colors anymore. That's kiwi skin color, and then this is kiwi fruit color. So I had been doing the darker part here. And I need to do kind of like a zigzag motion here and kind of blend it towards the outside edge. And I think there needs to be more of this light color. Sometimes if I do like these little clock marks all the way around, I can easily turn radial lines better instead of making them so crooked. Because they'll turn a little more symmetrically then. Have a good meeting, Lunar. That one's starting to come together like I want it to. Good. need to do more of those on the other kiwi. So if I do my radial lines again, like so, I can then kind of go in between those and fill in. Steven's back. Well, he'll get you the sub too. Brrr. Is that the garage door opener? So I'm liking what's happening with the kiwi fruit. I think I need to add in a darker green yet still. But they need to be like slightly more intentional now that I'm starting to fill in things. And because I start to know where everything is going to sit, because I'm starting to bring in these little spokes, I can start to do that. We got people tuning in. Welcome. I'm just working on this kiwi. I almost made a mistake, which would have been skipping to do this green right away and moving on to a lighter green on the other one. I'm glad I did not just do that, because I would have lost this color. There's too little of it, and it was going to dry out. So I'm glad I did not make that mistake. We have a subscription from Random Japanese. Welcome. Who says, I wonder how to best do the fuzzy texture on the kiwi skin. So I've only blocked it in kind of like some solid colors. It may look a little like one color on camera, but it's a bit lighter here and darker down here, which I'll probably have to push a little bit yet. But I'm gonna do it similar to how I did the coconut. It's just going to be smaller, probably dry brush some lighter colors. So I'm just kind of working on the kiwi fruit right now, like on the flesh inside, and then we'll work on that because I need to outline it a little bit. So that's going to be later. Noah, you get to leave work early? That's great. So I lost a little bit of the darker color I had on the edge here. So I'm gonna bring that in just a little bit again, and a little bit more through the spokes now that I have the darker color on the spokes. This is really just back and forth until I'm happy with it, with like these 4 different green colors. I feel like painting these is similar to how I painted the orange slice, where it was back and forth, and then finally it came together and I was like, ah, there it is. So sometimes that's what needs to happen. You need to just work at it. And sometimes you need to step back and give yourself a mental break because you're fighting with it. And like right now, I put too much of the dark color here, so now I have to bring that light color back. Whoops. Radio Dread said sometimes stepping back and getting a, no pun intended maybe, bigger picture really helps. Yeah, it's helpful to step back from your work. Trying to decide exactly what I want to do. So there's like this blue-green, which is the dark spokes, and then I have like this lighter yellow-green for the highlight areas. And then there's kind of more of a medium green happening behind the spokes, but I think I need to bring that in a little bit. Are we dry enough to do that? Yes. Reed sent 300 bits with orange to drop orange paints. Thank you, Reed. Okay. So I think I have good base down, which I know it seems like it's probably not a base at this point, and it's not, but we still have the core to fill in and bring down. We have the highlight because it's juice, and then we have the seeds, and then we have the skin. So I might write that down for myself. Oh, not this paint pen. We'll go with this one. So there's the core. The core, the seeds, the liquid highlight, the skin. I feel like there was one other thing. That might be it. Okay. But it is time to get some paint off my hands so I don't accidentally mess that up. So I think I want to do the core first, because it's not as bright as the highlight. So whatever color I have the core painted right now, I'm just going to give it another layer because you can see some of the pink through it still. And then I'm going to bring that in the same spoke pattern as I've been doing on the kiwi. Sometimes I wish I could just rotate it instead of like turning my head and my brush and my arm. That helps a lot. Cool. Why can't I rotate it? It'll move it up really high, and then like it'll be here if I'm doing it upside down. Me again, is this Persona? Alright, so like this one, the core is done. I'm probably going to bring in some brighter titanium white because like this is liquid, so it should have some catch lights, which is where something has like super bright titanium white. We have an 8-month resub from Icy Patterns, thank you. But otherwise, I like the look of the core. I think that's good. So now we're gonna do the same to the other one. I already put down like a second layer for it already. And now I'm just gonna go, and I'm going in between all these darker spokes. Chaz says, how has color attempting been today? Good. The avocado we had a little struggle with at first, but I think it came together nicely because I had done like a highlight here and here, and I used titanium white for that and it didn't look good. So then we did a green wash on top and it looks better. So the avocado is set. And the kiwi, we've been going back and forth with some of these greens until we're happy with it. And I just finished doing the core part, the bright part in the center. And then soon I'm going to bring in like the catch light, which is the brightest part of the kiwi here. Do I want to do that next? No, I want to do the seeds next. Because what's going to happen is these seeds will have a catch light on them as well. So they need to be done before, because then I don't have to do it twice. Let's get some paint. And we're going to switch to this. And I think I'm just going to use my burnt umber for this because I have it, and it is quite dark. And I think I want a smaller brush. We're going to switch to tiny round. Much better. Happy with that. Good. So these don't have seeds like absolutely everywhere. But there's a lot of them. And there's not really a rhyme or reason to them because when they get cut, like some of them get put right on the edge of where the cut is and some don't. But the seeds really help. Is this the pie-face music? How do you guys know that? You can just picture Thomas with the music radio dread. So I'm not done with the seeds over here yet. I'm just going to be making a few of them slightly different. I'll be gifted a sub to Ember Laura. Thank you for the gift sub. Kepi emote for me, aw. Kepi emote is great. That was my most used emote when I looked at my Twitch stuff for myself. Oops. That was too much. Let's fix that. Better. So I just took the same color with a glazing liquid, basically to make it transparent and lighter. And I'm filling in a few more seeds that way, so there's just kind of a hint of them in here. Listen to this banjo music. Alright, now that I've done that, what's next on my list? Filling in the catch lights. So I think I'm going to switch back to this palette, because I'm going to want green for this. So I wrote down 4 things. So I did the core, and I did the seeds. I still have to do the skin, and next is the liquid highlight. So I'm going to start by doing it on the easiest parts, which is going to be the catch light on the seeds, and then on the spokes. So this is just straight titanium white. And I think I want not tiny brush. I'm just putting a small highlight on some of these seeds. And I don't think I like some of this. I need to tone it down a little bit. Charlotte says, look at the kiwi, a lot happened in 8 minutes. It did. A ton happened. Okay. Had to check what time it was. Okay. Which just leaves the skin of the kiwi to work on, and honestly, that's the part I don't want to do. I'll probably work on the green part of the kiwi a little bit more, because I think it needs a little bit more yet. But for now, I think I need to leave it be, because I need to see the rest of this start to work. The thing I'm struggling with the skin right now of the kiwi is I put down this burnt sienna and it looks really good, and then it dries a little bit darker, and that's not what I want. And mixing it with white just makes it pink. That's not what I want either. So we're gonna mix a little yellow into that to make it slightly more orange. Anonymous Gifter gifted a sub to Quillen in the Stars. Thank you. Thanks for the gift sub. There's been a few gift subs today. That's starting to bring some value into the skin of the kiwi. Cool. While I let that dry, I'm going to grab a small brush and start to do the outline of this. Because I've lost that in doing this. So the edge of this is currently burnt umber, but it will need to become something else, because right now it just looks like a black line, and that's not what I want. That helped a lot too. I do feel like the shadow isn't dark enough, so I'm gonna bring some blue in. Good blocking for the kiwi skin. It still needs fuzz and highlights. Where did that blue tone go? It fell on the floor. Radiator says, kiwi looks so good, I almost want to eat it, but that'd be bad. That would be bad. Radiator says, kiwi makes my throat swell up. Kiwi is a common cross allergen with like a few things. And the few things it's a cross allergen to, I'm allergic to, so I'm kind of surprised I'm not allergic to kiwi, to be honest. So, I do need to start wrapping up because I have a thing I have to do soon. And I feel like if I start doing the fur on the kiwi and finish up the skin of that, it's going to take too long. So, what I'm going to do in the meantime is I think I'm going to start drawing in the shadow on the table so we can start seeing what that looks like. And then I have that. So like this part of the avocado touches, and so does this. So we're going to get a little bit of shadow here. Did that show up at all? No. Let's use the darker one. There it is. Hi.
Hi. I was coming to check on you.
I'm just gonna draw the shadow in, and then that's probably gonna be about it for today because I know we have a thing.
Yeah. I was just making sure you hadn't forgotten.
No, I haven't. That feels better. Does that show up? A little bit. Anyway, the shadow's going to kind of sit in this area. So yeah, I just have the skin of the kiwi and that shadow to do. To kind of finish things off. Alright, so let's start wrapping up, because I do have a thing I have to do soon. I do want to finish off this painting, and I do want to do a cooking stream. I just don't know when exactly the plan of all of that is going to happen yet. So tomorrow is Tuesday, and we have breakfast stream in the morning, and then we have Pikmin after that.
Pikmin versus, baby!
Pikmin versus.
Very excited.
I don't know. Should I do finish this up tomorrow evening?
Sorry, let me look on the calendar. Certainly possible.
Okay. That seems good to me. Because I want to finish that.
Yeah, I know you're anxious to wrap it up.
I am. Could you do fake punching?
Fake punching?
Mm-hmm. There's Kiwi. So the skin's not done yet. It's just kind of a slight value.
Yeah.
And I do want to look at it stepped back.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's start by doing that. Big shout out to my Patreon people on this list. I appreciate your support and helping me continue to paint and stream and do all sorts of stuff. Couldn't do it without you guys. And if you're interested in that, Fossix has the links for that. And at the $10 level, you can become a server member on our Discord. So you can check that out and the perks that come along with being a patron. Is anyone streaming?
I have a vlog done.
Ooh, Steven has a vlog done. Which one?
It's where we went and ate breakfast.
Oh, it's that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
we went and ate breakfast.
Yeah, I haven't gotten the vlog out over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But now I have one. Haha. And I just released it.
Cool. So you can go check out that vlog.
You can rate it with a message.
You can rate it. I like Garage Go Burr.
Sure. Garage Go Burr.
Slick Duke had it, so.
Is that I'm just trying to gain from context. Is that when the garage went burr?
It was.
Okay, yeah, all right, that makes sense.
It was when the Garage Go Burr. Cool. All right. Do we have the link for the vlog yet? There it is. Radio Dread has it. Thank you, Radio Dread. So go watch the vlog and leave a comment that says Garage Go Burr.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for being here. I'm going to continue painting this, hopefully finishing it off tomorrow evening at my normal stream time. Oh, that's what you were doing.
Just helping you.
Where's your I was like, what are you moving to?
You're welcome.
All right, everyone. Thanks for being here. Go check out the vlog, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.